A couple had an open marriage for 24 hours, and the husband said, shut it down after she got 2,000 matches on Tinder in 24 hours.
In one day?
In your
One
face.
day.
Wow.
Yeah,
So-
that probably wouldn't have happened on the guy's side.
No.
No,
Shut it down. You get one match, and it's like a fake profile.
From somebody who doesn't live anywhere close to here. Just
No,
totally fake
absolutely not.
from a different universe.
Yeah. Yeah, we can maybe talk about that in a second. Tinder's nonsense for men and for women. It's a lot different. But if you're in an open marriage, open relationship, we'd love to hear from you. 800-682-1075, judgment free. But what happened was this guy came home and he approached his wife and said, hey, and she's like, our marriage is great. We get along. We have 2 kids. We have a big house. We have both have good jobs. You know,
like what could be the problem?
and he brought it up. He said, I was just thinking open marriage. She said she started crying. And the more they thought about it, she was like, he said, I just want something new and exciting. It's nothing against you, although new and exciting, that hurts.
Yeah, it is.
And she eventually agreed. And then she's downloaded Tinder, showed him 100 matches in like a couple hours. Then it was 1,000, then 2,000. He got mad and told her to shut down the app. And his name's Jason Goodman.
Yeah. This is Jason Goodman-esque.
I would know that would happen because for some reason, I don't know what it is, but on these dating type platforms or what was she? She did it on Tinder.
Tinder.
That's shocking. Yeah, she might have been the only one because I think there's other like the what's the
Hinge?
no
Bumble?
No, the other Sex Finder one.
Ashley Madison?
No.
Sex fight?
Adult Friend
it's on
Finder.
the-
Adult Friend Finder.
Okay.
That's like more of that type of risqueness, right? So you would think that that's what he wanted, but I just know that guys will go right after it and girls won't. I don't know why. But, so I would.
Well, you're asking me when I was on dating, because I'm single now, but I was on dating apps. Why you pay for it? Because it is free, but I think some you get like 10 swipes a day. That's not enough for a guy for 10 minutes.
Right, yeah.
Because guys are just, you can just be honest about it. If you think someone's attractive, you swipe right. You don't read the profile.
You just are.
They could
lost.
say, I've murdered my past 3 boyfriends. Swipe right if they're attractive. Right. You don't read anything. And then I think some women might do that as well. But I think a lot of women are actually reading about the person, considering what does this mean when they say they like dogs? Do they really like what type of dog? You know, focusing on every little no, boom, 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 boom.
Women also, I think, are, well, this sounds too good to be true. You know, like you find somebody who's really attractive, let's say, based on photo only, and then you're like, but what's the deal? And so then we delve more into.
Well, if you think about this guy that basically said his wife and him want to have an open marriage, when she did that to the other guy, it's like, wait a minute, I can hook up with this girl, no strings attached.
Yeah, and
she's married.
Yeah, you're right. She put on the Tinder profile, I'm in an open marriage.
Oh, okay.
So, you're exactly right. Guys are like, oh, sweet. I don't have to.
No strings.
No chance of anything.
It's just going to be about sex.
Yeah.
You know, what I find interesting is the fact that she agreed to it because I feel, and maybe this is just me, but I feel like you have to go into a marriage knowing that the other person will want that or is open to that at the start.
You would think so.
You know, because I can't imagine if Ben came home or even me, like I having to broach that subject with him to say, you know, I've been thinking.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it opens up a whole can of worms. I just would not be. I would not be okay with it.
You got to do other manipulation, I think. But
I was going to ask Jason, how have you done it?
I think it's a different way. I certainly, by her crying about it, ruins the whole thing.
Of course.
He should have ended it right there, right? Obviously, the approach wasn't good. It's got to be a night where, I'm trying to think, like, you're drinking hardcore, and it's got to be a little, maybe a hint of like, I mean, oh, gosh, isn't it weird that we've been married for 70 years? It's like eating the same cracker over and over, the same popsicle. Do you like other popsicles, Katie? And you could say, yeah, I like other popsicles. Well, what other flavors do you like? And you say, well, I like the purple. Well, what's your favorite? Green. I'm like, oh, well, I'm your green. You love green, don't you? I love green, but every once in a while you want to try a purple, don't you? Yes, I do. And then you work yourself way into that analogy.
Yeah, and then I would stop drinking immediately, probably throw up, and then say, no, we got married. We said vows. I just want to be with you. And then I would be angry for the rest of the night.
Right,
and I'd say, and that theory is stupid.
Yes, but you do like other popsicle flavors, right?
It's food.
Yes.
It's food, not a relationship.
But you do love the certain certain flavor.
Jason, I will give you that. I do love all the flavors of the pop, minus orange. Orange is the worst by far.
Banana is, but all right.
No, banana is one of the best.
Banana's bad,
Anyway,
yeah.
but it's a popsicle theory. It is actual food. I didn't stand in front of my friends and my family and God and my priest and say, yes, I will be with you, popsicle, for the rest of my
Yes,
life.
but
And
what I'm
others,
trying to
if it
tell
doesn't-
you, though, is the comparison of how a guy is feeling and looking at it. This guy does not love his wife necessarily. He loves his wife, but just would like a different flavor
But
of popsicle
sees
once
her
in a while.
as a popsicle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only
Very
problem
romantic.
is that she's going to be able to experience the flavors too.
And your ego, popsicle, can't handle that.
yeah,
Right.
that's a problem.
Because
Yep.
their popsicle's bigger than your popsicle, which
Yep.
is more than likely.
yeah. No.
What if Carol, let's just say,
Yeah.
finds a popsicle and she likes that flavor better?
Yeah, then you're in trouble.
How?
Mhm.
What do you mean how?
Just the
How?
sexy part? The
I
sexy
don't
time
know. The
part?
whole popsicle,
And they're-
including
and
the
they're-
stick.
Maybe the way they talk, maybe the way the popsicle talks to her.
Maybe it's wrapped
The
better.
wrapper.
Well,
The
I
new one
think-
has a
the
joke on the
marketing.
stick, and she likes that.
Well, then I would say when you go, and if this guy did it right, if you go into this, girls are based a lot of about emotion.
Mm-hmm.
But if you set all the emotion aside and it's just a physical thing, then how could you ever like?
Nobody can set all the emotion aside. Nobody
Even
really
men.
can. Yeah, even
No.
men.
They
you
could do it
cannot.
more.
You
They
could
can
do it
definitely do it
more.
more.
in
but-
that
But there's
circumstance,
still-
I think so.
Yeah.
What if, like how Squid was saying, instead of the joke, it's like a Dove bar that she dives into, and it has an inspirational saying that really fills her cup.
In one night, like
Yeah.
a one night
Might be
thing.
able
I
to.
don't
Maybe.
think so.
What
She's
if
like-
she bites into that popsicle and there's a caramely, delicious filling on the inside that she didn't know
didn't
she liked?
even
Didn't know
she
about.
liked it.
Interesting, but it's still a sexual thing, not a relationship.
Oh, you can make a popsicle sexual if you want.
yeah, I'm
Maybe
saying
even in the
sexual.
bedroom, just like a little more caring.
Mm-hmm.
You know, better at it. You know,
Well,
just
then
caressing
you know
her
what?
hair a
Then
little
she
bit.
Yeah.
can give, in this scenario, she can give tips to her current husband, saying, "This is some things I just noticed I like. Maybe we could start doing it together."
Oh, so comparing.
And I'm sure her current husband listens all the time. The popsicle's very attentive.
Yeah.
He practices active listening.
Doesn't criticize her.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
You're beginning to hate the popsicle theory.
No,
Oh.
I definitely think it's right on. I've
Okay.
had many of people come up to me saying, "No, you're exactly right. This is how I understand men better now, and it doesn't mean they don't."
Has it ever occurred to you that maybe they're just telling you to your face that they agree with it so that you'll stop talking about it?
I don't
it
usually
ever-
bring it up.
What's your favorite popsicle when he first meets somebody? What's your popsicle flavor? Let's go to Anonymous. Anonymous, you're in an open relationship?
Yes.
Okay, and how long have you been in an open relationship?
So, me and my wife, it's been like probably like a year and a half or so since we've been in an open relationship.
Okay.
Hard to hear.
Did you?
Are you real
yeah.
quick? I'm sorry, and I want you to be if you're driving, but if to be safe. But are you on speakerphone or something? We're having a hard time hearing you.
Oh, hold on. I have my AirPods on.
Oh.
Okay,
There you go. Is it better now?
Oh, better.
a little bit.
Better.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you? Can I ask you? Did you go? Kind of better.
That's made it a little worse.
Did you go into your marriage knowing that you both wanted to have an open relationship, or did it just kind of come up?
So we got married, and like I gave it like a couple months later. We tried to spice it up. We were thinking about trying new things,
Mhm.
and then she came up with the idea of it. And at first I was like, oh, I kind of don't feel like someone else doing something to your wife.
Mhm.
I feel like you might like if you, I myself felt like I was gonna underperform or something like that. And so she came with the idea and she convinced me, and we tried it. So it came after the couple months after we got married.
That's
How long-
interesting because
Yeah.
a couple months is so new. You would think that would happen like way later on in the relationship.
How long were y'all together before you got married?
We had met since we were in high school, so I guess like a couple of years.
Okay, still, you
Okay,
would still
yeah.
think it'd be. You don't
It's
really
too
need to
new.
spice it up after a couple.
Yeah.
Okay, but everyone's different, and so with this open relationship, is it like you guys can actively be dating other people, or is it just hooking up, or what?
At the moment, just hooking up, so we have we look up at different dating apps or hookup apps, and we just try to talk to people and see if, I guess in a way like swing.
Swinging, yeah.
Mhm.
And so you're on swinging
Yeah.
apps. Or what?
Sometimes, yeah, here and there, but
All right, and then Has there been any jealousy since this has happened? Did we lose him?
Hello.
Yeah.
my
Has there been
God.
any? Has there been any jealousy since this happened?
Oh yeah. So there's a time we had found this couple in Durham Durham, and so we met up and everything in a hotel, and we switched, and later on after whatever happened, we met up, we talked about it, and she talked about how things happen, and I did get jealous a bit. I was like, but would you want to do things for me like that? And
So
but no,
she,
she explained.
so your wife did different things in the bedroom that she hadn't done with you with another guy. I couldn't handle that.
No.
I just
I
throw
know
myself out of the
myself.
hotel room.
Nope, I could not.
Get on the balcony and just
Just
end
be
it.
with him then.
Yeah.
Fine.
Swinging is stupid.
Oh man.
Has she been jealous at all?
Oh yeah, I mean, we both have been jealous with each other, but it's up to each other like as a couple to trust each one of us. And so most of all, if you're gonna go into an open relationship like that, you gotta trust your partner.
And do you have very specific rules? Like, does she have to get your approval on the guy, or is it just couples only, and you're both there, or what?
Yeah, each other go to separate rooms, and we both gotta approve each other's
Hook up.
partner or whatever. Yeah, hookup. We each other gotta approve each other's hookup, and we gotta see if it's okay for each other. But yeah,
Man.
Have
we
you
do
met?
got each other's rules. But
She's like, you're telling our business.
Yes,
Yeah.
how dare you? Have you met couples before where, like, let's say maybe she approved the one for you, but you didn't approve for her? I mean, what do you do in that situation?
oh yeah, we there's been times when that does happen, but you gotta explain to your partner that the reasons why you wouldn't want that to happen, and the reasons why you would, and you both gotta come up to a position to do that.
And how long? So you've been swinging. So you've been together you've been married for approximately 2 years, and you've been swinging or open for a year and a half. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
And do you think this is going to be long term, or what do you think?
No, we think that right now, since we just got married not too long ago, I feel we decided that after we have kids or whatnot, that the open marriage thing will close.
Got it.
Okay.
I know in my case,
Very interesting.
Carol
Thank
would
you.
pick out and approve some 500-pound girl with horns on top of her head.
All right.
Well,
And her guy would be like some model, like one of the famous actors.
Yeah, it'd be like Brad Pitt or
Yeah.
George Clooney. Or,
Could you do that? You could
With
approve.
horns on top of
no,
her head?
I'm
No.
talking about could you approve
Yeah.
a really good-looking guy for your wife?
No.
See?
Wait,
So-
no. Why would I approve a good-looking guy?
Why would she approve a
Good-looking
good-looking
girl.
Because we're all about the one-time
No,
thing.
you are. Yeah, that's all you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
yeah, I find it's a
Wow.
fascinating lifestyle.
And I think happens way more than we
Right.
know.
Oh,
You know?
yeah. So apparently, women are the ones that mostly, after thinking about everything you just said and came at me with, Katie,
Yes.
with the popsicle theory and
Sure.
how, oh my gosh, I can't believe that's you.
You mean all of my
Yeah.
great points?
No.
Yes.
I believe, if I'm not right, you can look it up, Matt, that most women it's their idea to start it. It's mostly women that ask the idea of their husbands
Oh.
to do it.
Okay.
Like 80% of the time.
Interesting.
Well, 80% also file for divorce or are women, so maybe they're just unhappy
Maybe
and they're
that's
like,
what it
let's
is,
try
yeah.
this. It doesn't work.
As a last ditch effort or something, like, well, I guess.
But when you do, I know very few people, but I've met people kind of casual, and then you find out, oh, they're open or have been, or and you're like, it is shocking that okay, you're right. There's a lot more people that do it. Than
What do you think the percentage is?
I've
Ooh.
got it.
you
okay.
do?
In a 2015 study, 2/3 of open relationships were suggested by the woman.
2/3.
Wow.
So 66%.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
66. All right. Well, and how many people? That's 2015. That's a long time ago. But how many people do it?
I don't have that. I just
Oh.
have the percentage that suggests
I would
it.
guess of married people, it's probably because when you hear about it, you're like, oh my gosh, it's got to be less than 10%.
I think it's still low, but I think it's
It's more-
high enough to be like
Oh.
Yeah, I bet you it's higher than we think because it keeps coming up in our show prep.
Yeah. It really does.
You ever notice that?
It comes up
Like,
all the
every
time.
other day,
Yes.
it's like swinging again.
Well-
And I'm like, it's got to be higher than we. Can you look that up, Matt?
It said that less than 1% are in open marriages, but roughly 20% have tried it and it did not go well.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Okay.
Because about 80% get too jealous and can't handle it.
Yeah.
I can see
I
that.
can totally see that. I mean, it just makes, at that point, you shouldn't just be together.
And open marriage has a 92% failure rate.
Yeah.
That should be my third one.
I'll be open.
Because there's already going to be up. The percentage of failure is going to be high anyway, so why not?
Exactly.
You just can't win.